Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn, and today we are checking out The Day Before. Now, this is the once promised and finally revealed 10 minutes gameplay trailer for The Day Before. A game that at one time was the #1 most wishlisted game on Steam. I believe it is only currently being beaten out by Hogwarts Legacy. And, well, I say that, except it doesn't exist on Steam anymore because this game was supposed to be releasing on March 1st of 2023, I believe. And then the devs came out and were like, oh, well, there was a trademark issue, you see, and we didn't actually trademark The Day Before we announced it, and someone else went and trademarked the game. So we're dealing with that, and so we're going to delay the game by 8 months. Yeah, we're going to delay it till November, and everyone's like, wait, if the game was done or ready to be released in March, I don't think a trademark issue is the reason that you're delaying it for 8 months. But one of the memes that have been going around about this game is that this game doesn't exist. Now, I will say that I believe that some form of this game exists more than some of the other games that don't exist. Freaking Abandoned being the most notable of which what was the name of those developers? Blue Box, I think. So, yeah, I do believe that there is something that exists for The Day Before because I just want to believe that it does. Not because I'm super hyped for this game, just because I feel like there might be, I'm not saying it's a good build, I'm not saying that it's a meaningful build, but I do feel like there is a rough development build that it does exist that is not near the product that people are expecting or that has been advertised, but I do think it does exist. And this gameplay trailer, I hope, kind of gives us an idea of how much of that does exist. But the developers, Fanatical, whatever your friggin' name is, does it say it somewhere in here that is easy for me to check? Yeah, Fantastic is their name. The only game that they've released really before this was Prop Night, because Prop Hunt's a different game. Prop Night is the game that they released that is akin to Dead by Daylight, but there was a lot of chicanery that went on with that game's marketing and release and development cycle as well. And The Day Before, they've also had issues with as well, to the point that they were asking for unpaid volunteer developers to help them work on specific sections of this game, which, fuck you, no. Pay your fucking workers. But anyway, regardless of all of that, a game that was at one point the most wishlisted game on Steam is currently not able to be seen on Steam, and they were going to show off this 10-minute trailer until that trademark issue showed up. And then they had to wait a little while, and now they're ready to show it to us now. Hey, Rochi, welcome in. Now, one of the other things, though, that I will say before we get any farther is that this trailer starts out, and I'll see if I can find it after we get through this, shot for shot, moment for moment, beat for beat, millisecond to millisecond copy of another game's trailer. But I'll see if I can find that with a quick search after we check this out. So, now that you know where we're at, let's see what this looks like. No HUD or UI? Not currently. Hang on. Well, here's something that... Let me go back a second. Here's something that is a bit of a good sign, okay? Watch up here if you can see my mouse. Watch this house and the trees next to it. I believe we saw some texture pop in. Yeah, you see the pop-in going on with the textures? That's actually a good sign. The pop-in, like, while it looks bad from a marketing standpoint, it means that it's not pre-rendered. Because for the most part, pre-rendered work, you don't have pop-in because it loaded and rendered everything before you started moving, essentially. So that's actually a good sign to see. It means that this might actually be somebody playing it and it's not a fully prefab showcase, but that's just a small thing, right? Okay. Hold on, wait. What are you crafting these with? It says you can craft them. Oh, I see, okay. There is some basic materials that are shown underneath it. Like, the bandages need 8 cloth and 20 med, I'm guessing, medical. So does the Tylenol. And then the bullets need 25 screws, which is probably like 25 basic metals and 5 science or whatever. Those matte textures, though, yeah, some of, like, the light pole in some of the environments, it was, there wasn't a texture on it. It might as well have been a dev texture. But again, that's okay. Anthem did have someone play it and it was completely prefabbed. Yeah, but Anthem came from BioWare and EA. There's a lot more money in that. I don't know if these people have the money or the skill to do what Anthem did. Okay. Pretty stock standard weapon customization page. Whatever happened must have happened recently because almost all power generation plants will be shut down after 48 hours of being unattended. Whether it needs to be supervised or not. Unless they send people to the power plant and had them figure out how to run it. Oh, right. Well, there was a study that was done that it was depending on the power plant that some of the power plants could run for a while, right? Even without attendance on them. I forget which different, like, if it's a coal power plant, you got 24 hours. But there was some that they could run unattended for, like, up to a month or something like that. Show us looting something. Yeah, this game is kind of marketed like Escape from Tarkov meets The Last of Us, or like The Division meets The Last of Us, which is a very appealing idea and concept, but a lot of people were really highly questioning whether this is something that the developers could pull off because they have so little experience, which is understandable. It's okay. The game wasn't meant to be released in 1 month. Nobody believed the game was releasing in March. Not a single soul. FCC fried crispy chicken. Oh, baby. Get me some of that. Interesting, okay. I mean, that's a cute puzzle, but I'm not sure what the purpose of it is. I don't know why you'd be concerned about potentially the alarm being on when very clearly you just opened fire on zombies and didn't care about making noise. Sure, they have a suppressor on their rifle, but that's not going to matter. It's more of a safety cutout built into the system because a nuclear plant should be able to theoretically run unattended until the fuel source runs out. If there's a malfunction critical enough to force a shutdown. Okay. This gameplay footage just be wanting to watch the new series on HBO. Has anyone seen it? Oh, it's that Mario game, right? Mario Kart, right? With Pedro Pascal. It's a game suppressor. Yeah, that's it. That said, okay, like, seriously, I really love Escape from Tarkov. I've played that game more than I should have. And if this game functions along those lines, which it already looks like it kind of does, it's just going to be Tarkov with zombies, like, fuck yeah, man. It's one of the reasons I was initially interested in the game as a concept. BVS.
If you are outside, please find a shelter or another safe place. All citizens are strongly urged to remain calm. All citizens are advised not to leave their homes. Lock on.
Bro's gun is loud as shit. Okay, there is a little bit of UI. I didn't notice it initially, but there is a current ammo in firearm and backup ammunition down in the bottom right. It's down here. So there is some element of a UI. Although, can we go back to that looting screen real quick? Is there anything else on this screen? It hasn't. They haven't had that open for very long. So there's an equipment screen. You have helmet, eyes, shirt, armor, backpack, gloves, underwear, and pants. That definitely looks like an underwear slot, basically. And then two primary weapons, a pistol and a melee weapon, and then your backpack.
Citizens are advised not to leave.
Real quick, hang on. Let me go back here. What else do they do on this menu real quick? We're at 7:05. So this is specifically at a workbench, right? So it'll have different menus. So they have craft, modifications, and dismantling. So you can take stuff apart, and you can make stuff, and then you can edit your gun. And so like this electric screwdriver, they're going to take the electric screwdriver apart, and they get 4 metal and 2 science, or whatever they end up calling these. Okay. Back to 7:05. No, we were a little bit past that. Has anyone... I'm sure someone has, because this game is under such heavy scrutiny. Has anyone fucking counted to see if this is the right number of bullets that are being emptied out of this magazine? Because one of these shots, that felt like 3. I don't know if that felt like 7. That felt like more than 5. They're at 20. They went down to 15. That felt like more than 5. Ammo and firing mode. That was 5? Alright, if you say so, Rochi. I'll believe you. I'm not looking for a gotcha, but I am looking for a gotcha. Just because people need to feel... This game is under the heaviest scrutiny that any game has been under. The long spray felt like a little more than was indicated. It only said 7 rounds. But that one I felt like it was 7. We don't see any form of a health system at all. They crafted bandages and showed Tylenol and stuff that would imply that a health system of some sort exists, or is planned anyway, but it is not currently in the game. Well, currently it is not shown off in this trailer, is what I should say. That gun is way too quiet for a silenced AK variant. Video game suppressors are always lies. Who knows? Maybe they're using subsonic ammo, and that's why it's so quiet. No guns, not dangerous. Oh, yeah? All right. Wow, you walked around that corner way too comfortably for me. Flashlights look good. Alright, it has soft magazines. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Just something I always check to see if a game has hard or soft magazines. Of course, I don't think we saw magazines in their inventory anywhere.
The day before, November 10th, 2023.
What the fuck was that? Alright, so let's see if I can't find that, the day before COD zombies. No, that's not what I wanted. Let me see if this is just immediately available. Damn, it's not here, unfortunately. I'll throw this trailer up as well. We talked and looked at this trailer. So this is the trailer that they had shown off. When was this shown off? This was October 15th, 2021. And nobody believed them at this trailer either, because this just looks pre-rendered. This should be the trailer where they go into the mall, I think. Let me see if that's this one. Yeah, okay. Now, mind you, we just watched the trailer that came out, like, this week. This is what they tried to pass off as gameplay whenever I said. This looks better and completely unbelievable. Now, mind you, if they get these big environments, that's really cool. Are they going to get these big environments? That is yet to be seen. This was the first time that we actually got to see anything along the lines of an interface either. Because, like, he loots this, and I remember people breaking this section down really hard, and even this interface looks different. You can see similar icons and stuff. Like, that's definitely the same electric drill that they showed off in the more recent thing. It's very similar, right? Upper body in terms of, like, clothing, armor, gloves. Lower body in terms of pants, underwear, and shoes in this one. And then a backpack. Head is helmet or headwear and eyewear. So, I mean, it's similar in that way. There's actually also a health, food, and energy meter on this one, but nobody believes this one is real. I completely understand why nobody believes this one is real, because comparing this one and how good, genuinely, this one looks compared to what we just got done watching. Now, mind you, I didn't dislike what we just saw. I would still be interested in the game that we just watched, right? But that is very clearly not the game that we are looking at here. Look at this backpack. Very different customization look. I call bullshit because those would be the first vehicles to break down and no one would be able to fix them. That's the other part. No one would be able to fix them. So someone trying to compete in the Tarkov style, we don't even know at this point, Vandashar. We don't know if they're trying to compete with The Division, if they're trying to compete with Tarkov, if they're trying to compete with The Last of Us, or if they're trying to compete with all of the above or smush them together. Who knows? But what we do know is that this game, at least at this point, doesn't exist. I do think that this game, in some form, does exist, especially because in this earlier section when they're going through this city, there is some definite texture pop in, some textures that aren't loaded, like this fucking light pole right here. I don't know how well you guys can see this. This light pole's texture is just not there. This pole has no texture whatsoever at all. It looks like it's made out of PVC or Play-Doh or something like that. And we do see some texture pop in and some shadow pop in and stuff as they're going through this area. This is a bit more believable that this could be an actual video game. Is it? Who knows, man. Is this game going to release in November? You know, I don't know. Probably not. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, oh well. It's a you know, sometimes you just gotta let your dreams be dreams, man. And sometimes dreams don't come true. So whatever people were dreaming about for this game to be, I don't think it's ever going to be that. I do hope that we do get something along these lines, because I would like more games within this space. Because I feel like too many games go too hard on the open world survival crafting and not on the type of like they go on the world customization side rather than I'm just gonna call it the Tarkov style, where you're trying to go out and get loot and bring it back and do stuff with it. I do hope that there is some sort of quest system in it, because I like to have some form of notable progression in it. An open game that has no directive, where it is just make your own fun, does not work very well for me. But who knows? We need to see a whole lot more. There's a money system, a weight system, a inventory slots we can see up in the top right, so that helps a little bit. So Humvees are hilariously unreliable. They sure are. If you want a car in the broke down world, you grab a Toyota. True facts, actually. You'd be able to take off the garbage truck from the first trailer. Toyota, Honda, or some overly mass-produced diesel truck, because they have like 5 engines between them, all of them. Diesel especially, if you know what you're doing, you can get diesel engines to run on a lot of things. So I just want a Fallout 5 at this point. Eve, we might all be dead from the heat death of the universe by that point. They said that they aren't going to work on Fallout 5 until Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. So we still need Starfield to come out. And then after Starfield, we need Elder Scrolls 6. So that's going to be in 10 years. And then they said they will start development on Fallout 5. So they need to give Fallout to somebody else. Like, because they either need to hire more people and start another dev team so that you have 2 teams working at the same time, one group working on Elder Scrolls and one group working on Fallout, or they just need to let another company do it. You have the ability to do that. Anyway, yeah. I'll probably be dead before the next Fallout comes out. We're all going to die from climate change by that point in time. So, you know, don't worry too much about it. Just
the day before, November 10th, 2023, releasing
on who knows at that point. This game, they also announced at one point that they're like, oh, well, we switched to Unreal Engine 5, which has been such a convenient excuse for like creepo developers, right? They're like, oh, we decided to update to Unreal Engine 5, so we had to delay the game a little bit. And everyone's like, why would you do that? Unreal Engine 4 works just fine. And that is not a smart financial decision if you were actually near completing your game. Because in lots of major game developments, they will choose an engine and a version of that engine, and you don't update the version. For example, I can use like Final Fantasy VII Remake as an example. Final Fantasy VII Remake was developed on Unreal Engine 4, and it was developed on a version of Unreal Engine 4. The version is from like 2017, despite the game releasing in 2020. Is that when it came out? Yes, because Kingdom Hearts 3 was 2019. So, and the developers straight up said, we chose this engine, we chose this version, you do not update it because it might break shit. And so when developers are like, we're updating to Unreal Engine 5, everyone goes, your game's nowhere close to fucking done yet, is it? And I don't think the day before is close to being done yet either. Will we get it one day? I hope so. Is it real? I think so. Is it going to be what's been advertised to us? Fuck no. But we'll see where it goes from here. We're probably not going to hear anything from the devs for a hot minute. If we hear anything, we might get another trailer somewhere around the summer gaming events like E3 and the Summer Games Fest, and it'll be another trailer, and it'll announce another delay. They'll be like, all right, we're going to release it April 17th, 2024. Sorry. And that's where we'll end up being for that. So anyway, that's the day before. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. I'd love to hear from you. It's been a journey for this game as well as for the people that are interested in it. I'm going to maintain interest in it because it does fit a style of game that I like a lot. But I am with you on all of the skepticism. But, you know, here we are. We'll see what happens next, if something happens next. Let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to that channel. This one. That one. The one you're watching right now. Okay, thanks, bye. All right, anyway, and if you do go check out one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.